Hello and welcome back. I'm Tyler Edlin, and welcome to another episode of Brush Sauce Theater. In this episode, I'll be talking about 5 things I learned in 2016 that's helped my art career. So in no particular order now, the first thing my first takeaway from 2016 was a matter of focus. Focusing has always been a difficult thing for me. I tend to veer off and my mind gets very distracted fairly easily. And sometimes my mind, I notice, would tend to focus on things maybe it shouldn't, or just things that are leading me down maybe the wrong or incorrect path for a particular task, or maybe it was a matter of timing. So one thing I really tried to do last year, and what I'm taking through to this year, is how I balance and manage my level of focus. And I think a lot of this can kind of come from knowing yourself and your own type of habits really, really well. What we focus on really defines us. If I'm sitting here trying to paint, but all I'm thinking about, if I'm young, like all I'm thinking about is my girlfriend or the girls, in my class, or if I'm just, I'm trying to be productive, or I'm working and I'm just thinking on the latest video game that's out, that's really what's going to really consume us. But if I'm actually on my art and I'm focusing on improving and I'm envisioning the outcome of how it's going to play out, it really focuses at how we focus really leads us to how we feel. That can be good or bad. And ultimately how we feel is going to be our experience for life. And I'm not getting any younger. Time is one resource that we all have a very limited amount of, and we never know where the end truly is going to be. And so I want to make what I have from my experience of life as enjoyable as I can. So I'm going to try to get the most out of every day and make sure what I focus on kind of really leads me down a positive kind of state of mind. The next thing I'd like to talk about in that regard, and number 2, would be to take control of our consistent actions. It's these actions that really build and they form habits and everything. And it's these habits that really define our lives, our reputation, maybe our career, our family life, our style. So building good habits from consistent actions is such an important thing. I see artists every day that are doing a sketch a day, beautiful things. They're writing stories every day. All these things I really want to do. They're filling sketchbooks every 10 weeks. I didn't even fill a sketchbook last year. One of my own guilts and things I maybe regret. I'm a bad artist sometimes. So if I really focus on making things more consistent and turning them into habits, that will lead to more success, I feel. I'm going to consistently try to post online. I'm going to try to consistently engage with you guys, my audience. I want to consistently be working on my weaknesses. I'm setting up, I've ordered, I'm setting up a drafting table. I'm going to go back to traditional media and start drawing these things. And I'm going to take constant, consistent action every day. I'm going to read more books, and I'm going to turn and build these into more lifelong habits. And this kind of ties in, I guess, or leads to number 3, and that's change shoulds into musts. Right? We all, I should be brushing my teeth, or every day, or I should be going for a jog, or I should be eating less, carbs, or I should be drawing 4 hours a day. And that's kind of, as people, we kind of just lean and sink into these mindsets and these habits, and part of us are okay with that, and we accept it. But if we change what we should, I must brush my teeth every day, I must be a better husband, and we start actually mentally training ourselves to feel that, we will mentally just be a lot more free and can focus, again, back to the focus, on those more important things. And we won't even think about the musts anymore, because they're just something we're always doing, because we know deep down that we should be doing these things. And that's really just, again, building more, number 4, and that's building habits. And habits are really, in my experience, just a trained mental state. They're trained thoughts, or they're fabricated thoughts, where we build our habits. Eventually, when these habits are repeated, again, our consistent actions number 2, then we can really begin to make those solidify our own circumstances. Change isn't just going to happen to us. We have to make it happen. That big next gig is never going to come our way. We have to pursue it, right? We have to take these actions, and they can be built from, building good habits. And the last thing I took away from 2016 is that we should, for more success, we should be giving more than we expect to ever receive. I don't ever expect anything by doing these YouTubes, but I love to get out here as often as I can and just share what I've learned and what I failed at and my experiences with you guys to help you and all of your art careers. And that's just part of it. I just never expect to get anything, and I want to carry this through not only in my YouTube channel but in other assets in my art. I want to continue to grow that brush sauce community that many of you are a part of. I want to continue to, so I would like to continue to give out art tips and techniques, and a lot of just building your own reputation and growing and building from things. It's just, it's better to give than receive, no matter what kind of subject matter or what kind of level that's on. Like when I like or post or comment on another person's work, I just hope it'll make them feel good. I don't expect them to like or share something back to me. Likewise, when I post an image myself, I don't mentally I don't feel bad about how many likes or dislikes or how many people comment or share about it anymore. It's just something I'm doing for myself, and it's something I'm giving to you guys. If it's not received well, it's not received well. So anyway, that's 5 things I really kind of gathered from 2016. I'd like to know what your big takeaways were from last year. What did anyone have one particular breakthrough with their art, with their career, or maybe it's even personal? If that's how you want to share it, that's fine. I'd love to know. Leave me a comment. Let's continue the conversation down there. Thank you. Thank you for watching my video. If you found it helpful, please leave me a like. If you want to help me out, please share it with your friends. I'm also on Facebook, where I have a subscribe button where you can get newsletters and discount info. I'm also on Twitter, where I update and post images almost regularly. If you want a chance to mingle and meet other like-minded individuals such as yourself, join the Brush Sauce community, free and open to anyone, of course through the Google+. And finally, if you'd like to inquire about my mentorship program, head over to tyleredlinart.com, click on the mentorship tab, scroll through, read over some of the guidelines, and feel free to check out several of my testimonial videos on my YouTube channel itself.